Hello. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Let's get started. We'll go with Mulgore. Okay. Hope everyone is doing well. Oh, also forgot one more thing. Okay. Today the accounts are my 5K account is pretty flat. And then my main account is it's slightly up, I guess. Up $400 for the day. But TBH, with the amount of money that's invested, that's really just nothing. Pretty flat. I think I'm falling a little bit behind Nvidia, so we gotta do something about that. Um, Maybe write another Nvidia put. I don't know. We'll see how far extended it is. Need a Theta again crew neck for the fall time. I don't know if the crew neck is gonna be printed for a while. TBH. Um, if you could find someone with it, I'm sure that they'll either sell it to you or lend it to you. But yeah, there's only 50 of those things. Oh, you know what I have been thinking about though? Golf balls, dude. You could get uh, branded Tireless V1 balls. It's kind of nuts of how easy it is to do. But I thought that'd be a pretty cool gift for my like IRL friends because they love to golf. Same. I wear them when I'm at home. When I go, when I visit my parents. So you'll see them in maybe like 1 more month, 2 more months. I'm going home for I think Thanksgiving. They need pink Air AirPods Max. I'm surprised that they don't. What the heck? AirPods pink? Maybe pink is too. This isn't really pink, is it? It's maybe I'm getting old, but it's definitely more like red. But if this band color was the same as the ear color, yeah, that'd be. It's funny because the pink is like the only one that doesn't really have a matching headband. This peach one has a matching headband. This lavender one has a matching headband. Dillo, what up? Got an idea for the 5K account. Celsius call credit spread. Okay. Control Freak, good morning. Good morning, y'all. Thank you for stopping by. A Celsius call credit spread. I am bearish on Celsius. We could give that a look. Oh, let me explain my thought process. So I get an idea or I see an idea from someone on the internet. Could be a friend like Dillo, or it could be just some stranger popping in. I then say, do I have any like knowledge of that stock? Yeah, I do. I already have a bias. I think it's gonna go down. Because, well, it's just pretty expensive for a drink company. I like Celsius, by the way. I buy it often. Um, and then looking at the stock, yeah, I can confirm it's still in a downtrend. So call credit spreads still look good. Then going into the options, um, Probably gonna go into Tasty Trade first just to see where the expirations are at, like where the monthly is. Um, Also, if it has earnings soon. So we see earnings are on November 5th. So I'd probably sell the October 18th because it's the monthly contract. I probably don't want to sell weekly on something like Celsius because, as you see on the weeklies, the bid and ask is kind of wide. There's like a $7 gap, and that actually makes a pretty big difference on a 5K account because if you're taking in $100 and you have to pay $7 of slippage, that's like 7% of your profit, or more realistically, like 3 or 4 because you have to get somewhere in the middle. Um, This monthly should have smaller slippage. I see slippage of 5, slippage of 4, which means when I'm in the middle, it'll be slippage of 2. So it's a lot easier for me for a smaller account. I want to be wary about writing a call credit spread too late before earnings. Like for example, like if I choose the week before earnings, I'm kind of scared if it's gonna do a earnings run up. Maybe someone posts like a radical post on Wall Street Bets and says, "Hey, everyone get in, Celsius is going to the moon," and people will believe them, and then it kind of drives the stock up. That's like some tinfoil hat I got on. So when I'm bullish, that's something that I like to be bullish for. Like for example, if I'm selling cash secured puts, I like the week before expiration. But if I'm doing a bearish play, I'd rather just be very fundamental. It's like, oh, I just want the downtrend to continue. I don't want the stock to crater. I'm okay if it just continues going down. So nothing fancy. I just want to pick a low slippage strike. So I'm gonna pick 23 days, and then I'm gonna go back to Robinhood because I don't know. I kind of like trading the 5K inside the Robinhood account. I'm gonna go to put credit spread. It just makes choosing via width bet easier. Of course, this is, I think, way better on Tasty Trade. For example, I can just pick, like, for example, for like here, like maybe 32 and then buy the 37. Boom. And this is probably my call credit spread. Maybe I move it like this. But this UI is so much better than this. This is garbage. The fact that I have to like click into each one of these to like look at more stuff, this is not the business. I think Robinhood is coming out with a new desktop platform maybe that can solve this, but I'm again not sure. So looking at it, the only one, oh sorry, call credit spread. $5 width, and then we go to October 18th. So for the 33.38, I could sell it for $88, which is not bad. 30.38. This is probably the one that I would end up picking. If I wanted to do it. Let's see what the most realistic price would be. Getting 80. I think someone just opened this, that's why. And now it's at like a regular price. It's funny, man. Sometimes I can, because these are pretty low volume. So if one of you do try to put in an order same time I'm doing this, it will make it fluctuate a little bit. But it's calmed down now. Yeah, the 33.38. And by the way, just putting a disclaimer, it's very dangerous if you follow me in trading. It is really dangerous to follow anybody in trading. You should have your own ideas, your own thoughts, and execute on your own. Um, but yeah, 84. $84 for a 23-day trade is not that bad. I wonder what the probability of profit is on this. 72%. That's pretty low. New follower Luca Nato. Good morning. Oh, F it. I'm buying the t-shirt XD. It's really good quality. It's really good quality. I don't sell anything low quality. I don't just like randomly buy a Chinese t-shirt and then have it printed overseas and have it shipped here. A call credit spread is a bet that it'll trade flat or down, neutral or down. I got a couple at 38 and 37. You're saying that your call credit spread starts at 38? Is that what you're mentioning? That's that's very far away, but maybe you chose a longer expiration. Yeah, that would be Bispado, good morning. What's prompting you to trade Celsius? Dillo mentioned that he had a trade idea for the 5K account, and he mentioned call credit spreads for Celsius. I like that. I like the idea. Just open a big at 38. One today at 37. Wow, dude. Let's see if there's any expiration where that makes sense. Oh, I mean, also Celsius is down, so you might as well have gotten it. Dillo, let me see. Not that many trades on Celsius in the Discord. I can't imagine doing 37 or 38. I think, say for example, here, let me just, before I move away from Celsius, I think if you have a 37 or 38 and you're reasonably profitable on them, I think it's very worth taking it off the table. If you opened it just recently, I don't think the profit is worth the max loss. Just personally, I think it's a little bit too close and a little bit too possible. 30, because 37 is just at the very cusp, and this is also another reason why Tasty Trade is kind of good. You know, I don't like to talk too much poop on Robinhood because I like Robinhood too. But another reason why Tasty Trade is good because at a bird's eye view, you can tell what the standard deviations are or like how crazy a move is, right? Like if you sold the 37.38, you're at the one standard deviation. So like if you've already been profitable on these, it's probably worth taking off the table now. If you were selling these naked, you know, maybe there's, I don't know, some really weird case where you could justify keeping it on. I don't know. I still think naked calls are really bad. But I'm really trying to play devil's advocate. But yeah, if you had this position before and it went down and now you're at like sitting at 30-40%, I would just call it a winner and probably move on. Unless if you're bearish enough to pick up a new, lower and newer strike that gives you a little bit more buffer on the way down. The further out the money you are, the less buffer you have on the way down. You gotta kind of remember that, because like for example, or let me rephrase, like the further you are or the further you are from the strike, the less buffer you have when it moves back up. As much as it could be in a downtrend, downtrends are very notorious for bull traps, right? So if we go back to Celsius, these types of movements here. So like this could be a fake out. I mean, these last 2 days have been pretty bad. If you've already been profitable on the 37 or 38, I'd probably consider taking it off. If it was like naked puts, for example, like let's switch it up, right? Because that could have been totally an example of, oh, Joonie, what if I'm taking profits too early? That could be the case, but I would much feel more comfortable if maybe you had long puts instead, and instead of selling out, we would probably have you buy like one more or something like that, something that's better suited for a better gains to risk ratio. For example, when you sell a put credit spread, your gains are already capped. So I don't think Tom Hoogard's best loser wins actually applies to like the short side. I just don't. I can't really get it to apply much to the short side, but the buy side, you can add more that way. There are other parts of the book about adding to winners. I'd say adding to winners from the book is hard to apply for short side trades. But there are plenty of other lessons from the book, such as like just like this last week on the podcast, like we're here to make money and not to break even. That's one of the more popular lessons I got from the book. But yeah, if you're at 1 standard deviation away, and your profit that you're gonna make is like $30, but if it goes back up, you lose 470. I think that's really weird. Yeah, how many times do you have to win that trade? 470 divided by 30. You have to win that trade 21 or 15 times. That's not a good trade to put on. Because you'd imagine it'd be 15 times the amount of time that's on that contract. And that's how long it would take for you to sort of recoup your money. And that's considered negative and dead money for that long of a period. Unless if you decide to maybe not trade it again after you take a big loss. But then that just ends up being a big loss. Yeah. There's just some different ways to look at it, but I do personally find it weird that it's so little premium so far away. Let me see. Okay, cool. Mine are like 3 wide for $40 profit. For 40 credit. 3 wide. You know, I kind of... Okay. No, dude. I think that's great. Actually. Oh, I'm also looking at the 37-day though. I gotta admit, I kind of like it. If this didn't have earnings, I'd probably just put on this trade right now. But I'm scared of the earnings run up if I'm trading this far into the expiration, 37 days. But this is nice. I thought you were doing this. I thought you were five wide. But if you're doing 3 wide, honestly, that's a pretty cool idea. I don't know if your portfolio also has sort of like limitations like my 5K. But that's really solid. This is a decently sized trade. If you could get $40, not if you could get 25. I saw $40 here earlier. Yeah, right here. See, you can see $40 pop up. Um, does that? Can you? Oh, you guys actually can't see that. Let me. You see $40 pop up here. Mr. David, good morning. I got a 5K Robinhood with like 8K in it, dude. So we actually have like the same account, huh? Is that what it is? Maybe you're just doing a little bit better than me for this portfolio. Maybe you didn't have this sort of loss. But this is also a 5K. For those that are newer here, I started a 5K account last October, and I've been just streaming it every day. And we're here now. Asha Kabat, good morning. Okay. Um, I started a yesterday we were on stream and I was doing some due diligence in how I wanted to structure some of my main portfolio. I wanted to get more into cybersecurity and I wanted to get more into maybe possibly ETF. And then for some reason I had the genius or very dumb idea of like creating my own pseudo ETF, like picking the stocks that I like instead of, essentially paying someone to pick stocks for me and having to pay like an expense ratio. So I decided to go to each one of these websites for essentially Crowd, Sentinel One, and Palo Alto Networks. And all of them, except for Palo Alto, shout out to Palo Alto for not being insecure, but all of them had a section where they would compare themselves with each other. Okay, they're very aware of the competition, and they have all these pages talking about why they're better than the other person or they're better than the other company. So I thought, I'm just gonna pick all of them, but I'm not gonna pick any more that aren't sort of represented in those comparisons. So Crowd mentions Sentinel One, Palo Alto, and Microsoft. CrowdStrike mentions Palo Alto, Sentinel One, and Microsoft. Microsoft, I didn't necessarily look at them. I could just tell everyone was like talking about Microsoft. Palo Alto Networks doesn't talk about anybody. But what they all have in common is that these two worry about these two. And so this is the cybersecurity ETF, I believe. Good morning, Master Jado. Good morning. I had some losses from years ago. I'm trying to recover, but doing okay so far. Slow Mo. Good morning. We've all been there. We've all lost a lot at one point. It is possible to make it back. If I can do it, you can do it for sure. I could use some Celsius. Dude, best Celsius flavor has to be the peach one. It's called Peach Vibe. Oh my god. One of the best energy drinks ever. I've got to start saving the 7K I need for next year's TFSA contribution. That's actually a pretty good reminder. Dang. Probably have to pay 20K, 25K maybe in taxes, which is gonna blow. Um, or I could risk it all and then not pay any taxes. Um, I like the blue raspberry. That's probably my least favorite flavor, but I'm just like, I'm usually not a flavor. I'm usually not a fan of blue flavors. Like the blue icy, I don't get it. I really don't. When you have the choice to get the red one, I don't understand the people that get blue. It's crazy to me. It literally is jarring. I'm like, how could you not get the cherry one? You know, or with the Coke one, or the Coke one with the cherry on top, or something. You know, like crazy, crazy, crazy. Coke Icy is amazing. Yes, I love it so much. Today is that true? There is no earnings calendar, so I guess I gotta just check. It said Meta at 1. No, it's October 30th. Oh, is the stream down? Oh no, am I back? Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, maybe my... Let me see my bit rate. Oh, I did get dropped frames. I don't know why I can't hear you. Test, test, test. It seems good. YouTube audio is good. Maybe... Okay. Can you also share or not share? Can you also refresh Twitch? Does that help, or is it still just bad? Testing. Okay, I would think that that helps. At least my stream didn't go down. I had to turn it off. I guess there's that. I'm just gonna keep doing this. Interesting. I wonder, I wonder if it's if I can't handle two streams at one time. It's kind of sad, but maybe I need to upgrade something. I don't know how I would test for that either, but I'm sure ChatGPT will know. Okay. I'll if my stream is back to normal. Oh, you still can't hear me, huh? Hmm. Twitch is clearly having more issues. You can still hear me on you can still hear me on YouTube, right? That's so odd. Um Oh, I hear myself now. Oh, I hear myself now. Testing, testing, testing. I didn't change anything. But can you hear me now? On Twitch? Oh, thank God. So weird. Dude, I really don't want to get another computer. Like, that's not something... It's not something I want to spend money on right now. Ugh. Come on, man. I have to just diagnose it. I have to just double check to see if it's my computer. Which feels bad because like usually I don't feel bad about buying like a chair, like a nice chair. I don't mind buying. I don't know, like really anything else like a peripheral. Like I don't mind mouse, keyboard, whatever. But dude, a computer. Oh man. Because this one works fine for 99% use cases, but it's like I need a streaming one. Nah. It would make my drive to my parents easier because I could just keep this computer at home. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Well, I'm glad to be back. Let me know. Um, Sometimes it's not the ISP, but the router can really only manage a certain amount. My CPU right now is 10%. Sometimes it will climb up to 16% depending on what I'm doing on stream. I think it has to do with me maybe refreshing this, and refreshing YouTube at the same time. This gets my CPU. This is 13%, 14%. Because what I get is like, I get a notification in Streamlabs saying I have dropped frames. So I almost don't think it's um, a bandwidth issue. Would you say that's fair to say, or I can't fully rule that out? Because it says that I'm getting dropped frames, and my computer will start running kind of not hot, but the fans will definitely turn on when it gets laggy like that. Okay. Anyway, thank you for being patient. I appreciate it. It just kind of sucks because we lose a few people whenever the stream goes down, and I get it. You know, you want to watch something that isn't busted. So I'm gonna have to do some thinking. I'll probably talk about it with my fiance. Damn. It's true. That doesn't seem like it's enough to cause a hardware bottleneck. Well, you know, let's pretend like, or let me just randomly start clicking it, or not randomly. Let me just continue on with the stream. Uh, and I'll just take note of like what I'm doing next time it happens. Hopefully, it happens actually one more time, and maybe I just end the stream there. But we're back. Kathy Woods buys 4.5 mil of PayPal. Majors just talked about PayPal. I still see PayPal ripe for just immense amounts of competition. I never use it. Like, I've even stopped using it on Steam. You know? Maybe do a test stream with us. Could. I don't like making people help like that. That's kind of boring for you guys. Wood is buying at the top again. Yeah, I do. I honestly wonder what her track record is, because I feel like it's a lot better than what people make it out to be. Like, I'm a Kathy Woods fan. I actually like Kathy Woods. I like Jim Cramer too. Maybe I don't love their stock picks, but I like what they do for the stock community. I think people just harp on them for fun, and they're also just down. Well, I don't know about Kathy, but I think Jim actually leans into that, like into that crowd, you know. There's not that many people in the world where, like, if they said, "Oh, Kim Kardashian is at the In and Out right next to us," I wouldn't go. If you said Jim Cramer was there, I would honestly probably go, and I try to take a picture with him. You know, if Kathy Woods was at In and Out, I'd probably go try to get a picture with Kathy Woods. Jensen Huang, Lisa Su, you know, all these cool people. Not much of like a A-list celebrity person though. Don't really care. I like her conviction, not when her conviction caused me to lose 60% of my position, meaning like her conviction exiting. Kava going back down. You know, what's the chances that Costco splits? That is the... Now look at this. Costco Q4 earnings on deck. What to expect? Oh, come on, man. um, I guess. Hopefully I get to read it. Okay, I do. I made an account. Costco Q4 earnings on deck. They have earnings on Thursday. Oh, yep. They have earnings on Thursday. Wall Street expects the retailer to post an EPS of 508, while revenue is expected to rise 1.4 to 80 billion. The company reported a 7.1 rise in monthly net sales for August. While the consumer backdrop remains murky, what has differentiated Costco is the double-digit growth of discretionary categories. We see share gain in areas like appliances, driven in part by the value of Costco Logistics install haul-away offer and warranty that comes standard. Investors were also encouraged as industry bellwether Walmart last month lifted its annual outlook and said all parts of its businesses were clicking. Retail giant Target also saw positive comparable sales growth and margin improvement in the second quarter. So the consumer, I guess, is pretty strong. I haven't really looked at these earnings, but this is pretty good. However, Truist analysts are cautious and pointed out that even though the company's strategic positioning and customer loyalty is commendable, Costco's meteoric rise may be running out of gas. Over the last 1 year, Costco has beaten EPS estimates 75% of the time and has beaten revenue estimates 25% of the time. Seeking alpha analysts and alpha analyst quant ratings, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, down, or sorry, not down, up about like 50% of the drop has been recovered. Buying appliances through Costco is wonderful. I'll probably do that. TBH, if I ever get the opportunity to. She's so long-term macro that she continues doing the same thing in the face of COVID. And that was not the situation to be stubborn. You can sign up for the ARK Funds emails that tell you exactly what she trades on a daily basis. Oh, wow. That's kind of cool. Let's look at what, that's kind of inspiring me a little bit. Let's look at what, Pelosi. You know what else I should start doing? Which I haven't done in quite a while. I should start turning off my computer. I've gotten in a habit of like just keeping my computer on, and I think that's bad. I'm gonna do that tonight. That just reminded me. I don't know why that reminded me, but it did. Nancy Pelosi's last purchase was this San Francisco real estate LLC. It's not public, so fortunately we can't get in. But definitely the LLC is going to take advantage of the ghost town that SF is becoming. Wild. You get the member cashback. Oh, that's amazing. And a gift card. There was never a time that Windows doesn't bloat. Restart to wash away the bugs. Yeah. To sell or not to sell before. I'm extremely conflicted. Micron 95s. Wow. It's kind of cool. I think I want to do something cool with NVIDIA. I need to justify NVIDIA and just, I think, hit it hard. It's just kind of hard to do. Is it? I don't know. I feel like I'm also okay on all their positions. No, Mehmet said, I want your... Did I miss that message over here? Let me see. Oh, because I was on Twitch. Oh, I see. I want your numbers up so you don't have to go back to work. That's so thoughtful. Thank you. I don't mind going back to work. But yeah, I also don't want to either. That would be ideal. I am truly happy this way, but you know, I could be a grown adult too if I need to. Boom. So I'll close out this. No, I'll keep this open. Seems good. Yep. Okay. Cool. Could minimize this. Boom. Okay. NVIDIA. My grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards. Kaiba. What are the most disgusting calls? The 140s? Oh, you know what's good? Our best friend, Max Payne. NVIDIA, let's go. Let's see. This one's gonna be good. Where you at? Max Payne 117 for this week. The most amount of people lose if it goes down to 117. So that means there's a lot of call volume. If I were to buy calls, which I think I want to do, where would be the most opportune? I'd probably pick at least 23 days. When's earnings? Earnings are on November 19th. I mean, that's an estimate, but it could be this one. 110. There definitely is way more. Buy them out past the end of month. Oh, dude, you do not have to tell me twice on that one. Jobs tomorrow. Micron reports tonight. Could mess up Nvidia run. Dude, thank you, dude. You are on it. You are on it. That's awesome. And also end of quarter rebalancing this week. Is that also quad witching? No, right? That's just different. End of quarter rebalancing. End of quarter. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Oh, okay. End of quarter 3. Hmm. Um. So right now I'm considering taking off my QQQ CSP. That is of mind right now. Um. My reasoning for this is I have about like $540 more left on the contract, and it to me, okay, this is how I think about my trading. This is how I've been beating the market. To me, this takes up about $48,000 worth of capital. Okay, it doesn't affect my buying power by that much, but I do think of this as theoretically 48K tied up, because I do consider all the puts I write to be assigned. For this same amount of money, for 48K, because there's only $500 more to win here, okay, for 23 days. I make this same bet on Nvidia, which I already want to be bullish on. I could make that with just one put with a fifth of the capital required. If the market goes down, QQQ's down anyway. QQQ defines the market for me, especially with a SPY. It sounds almost stupid for me to have that actually in QQQ right now. It was good while I was being sort of like indecisive, or I had no better place to put the money. So I'm grateful for the growth and the profit, right? I don't want to seem ungrateful to be taking this off the table for $200. But I think this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. And honestly, sometimes I see these types of trades and I'm like, man, this is cool. Like, this is the cool stuff, that I'm able to like actually like interpret that trade in that way. Right? Like, this is like a fourth of the amount of capital. If this eventually gets tied up, one put sold is a fourth of the size of this, and it pays the same amount that's left on the contract. Crazy. Of course, it has a much higher chance, or not even much, to be honest. I wouldn't even consider much higher. I mean, this is 480, so yeah, man, we're gonna close out of this. We're gonna do a sympathy play on Micron. But But we're gonna get out. We're gonna collect this profit here. I'm not going to click the buy button again. Maybe it just lagged a little bit. Give me 1 sec. Sorry guys. Boom. I don't think it executed because I still see the bubble there. Yeah, okay. Not Tasty Trade's fault. It's definitely my computer. I need to shut it down as I am learning. There you go. So that closed. Bought it back for 550. Managed trades, closed trades. QQQ 550. Okay, closing now. Moving this money to NVIDIA. Mu earnings are tonight. You know what? I'll save this for notes for the NVIDIA play. Okay, awesome. I am almost immortal. I am almost there. Okay. NVIDIA, where you at, brother? Do you prefer the Tasty Trade website over the desktop client? That's a great question. No. I prefer the desktop client, but in order for me to have just an easier time trading live and be able to show you guys like through Robinhood and my small account and my big account, it's so much easier for me just to have it set up in tabs like this. So that's why I trade on the web client. But I'd much rather just be on the desktop client. Yeah. And let me just quickly plug my, if you don't mind, let me just quickly plug this. Oh, just kidding. I didn't have it open. Boom. Twitch. There you go. You can sign up with that link there, and you can also use Tasty Trade alongside me. This Tasty Trade partnership that I have with them right now is what is keeping this dream alive right now. So if you can sign up, even if you don't necessarily want to use Tasty, that is one of the best ways to support me right now by a long shot. But yeah, I'll just keep it at that. It would be greatly appreciated. Okay, let's get on with the stream. Boom. And let me just put it on YouTube. There you go. Okay, we're back here. So we want to open NVIDIA. It seems pretty good. Feta says, I signed up and looking to fund it with a decent bonus before the end of the year. Nice. Thank you. And I understand also how annoying signing up for a new brokerage is. So for those that do it, like, trust me, it's not like I just say thank you and I just like brush it off to the side. I understand the amount of time it takes to do it. It's an easy process, but sending an email is also very annoying. So that's why when people send me an email and they actually like sit in front of their computer and type a thoughtful message, I'm like, yeah, this person took time out of their busy day to tell me that they enjoyed the podcast. Hell yeah. And I'll there's like a 99% chance I'll reply. I honestly think I have like 100% reply rate for people that say they enjoy the pod. We're gonna let this play because I actually don't know how to silence it without rejecting the phone call. I think this is like probably a recruiter, which is a good sign. If you're in the tech space looking for a job, people are still calling me, offering to help, or at least with openings. And they've been okay. Like nothing compares to like working on your own thing. Nothing comes remotely close. I might have signed up too early because they keep calling me and telling me it's unfunded. They do that now. That's funny. Okay, okay. Oh, I think Mulgore ran out. Um, this set is so crazy. I used to not listen to music like this, um, but now I do, and it is just so amazing. Actually, I'm gonna click on it. Um, dude, blows my mind. If you guys want to have some like just you're in the trenches of just working on like your favorite Excel sheet. This is the music I go out to. Like this is like my coding late at like 1:30 a.m. and I have like tangerines and green tea. Like I'm like peeling my orange, I'm like popping it in, and then I'm like coding, and I take a sip of my green tea, and then this is it. But we won't play on stream because I think it's just a little bit too hype. Um, you kind of see like what material I like to watch. It's like lots of video game content. Um, let's see. Okay. Oh, dude, my friend S loves the Yakuza series. Um, dude, for PS2, I liked Ratchet and Clank a lot when I was a kid. Like Ratchet and Clank 1 and Ratchet and Clank 2 Going Commando, I thought were really good games. It could be dated. I don't know if the game flow, I when it comes to old classic games, I don't like talking about it in that sense either. Anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed it when I was a kid. Final Fantasy X, banger, amazing game. Um, used to watch my friend Marshall play it. We would take turns. He just could not beat Seymour. Um, I remember beating it for him during a sleepover. It was like the most hype moment ever. Oh my god. But yeah, shout out to Marshall. Love you, man. I think I'm willing to play Nvidia, even though Micron is reporting. It will be considered a sympathy play. If Micron goes down, Nvidia will probably go down. I like the recent price action from Nvidia. Um, I think the I think the main way act on this is if I have a really good exit plan. Like it needs to be top tier. In the 1 month, the RSI is really high. Um, there's a good amount of volume here introduced since Tuesday, since today, since yesterday. This one, dude, this isn't the classic one. It's just a little too crazy. Too many whistles. It's hype. Might be a little too hype though. That's better. Make Halo great again, please. Please, 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 please. I think 116 is about where I would want to just like stop all my positions. So keeping that in mind, what is the greediest strike I can do that gets me a break even at 116? It would be this 120. I could also do the 51-day 140. I could also do the post earnings 140. There's a lot of call volume at 125. What I'm not a fan of about these strikes and prices is that I feel like I would have a really tough time buying